Sunday night. Well, it's about 10 now. The weather is just fantastic, and I was in there doing that computery thing, and I'm like, you know what, I'm a bit too hot, and I feel like just about putting the aircon on, and but right, I've got my bug out bag here, and one of my better bug out bags, this unit, and I figure, right, I'll go and do my circuit or go somewhere. Just really great weather. You gotta take it when you can, you know. In this land, the weather dictates your life, mate. Right, so this section here hasn't got one of those rubber blind people type of things to follow, and so it's not really easy to read. The Earl of Tabcam the first, the Earl of Tabcam the first, and I walk at the same time, so I've got to wait till I get further up there. What am I perusing now? It's what was it? The Great War as I saw it, something like that. World War One as I saw it. What's the title again? I've been reading it for long enough. You think I know? But yeah, still toying with that genre of World War One. Amazing stuff what those chaps endured, mate. God. This one is it's written by a Canadian chaplain that went off with the troops, and he's on the front lines a lot of the time, not so much in the trenches, but still the places where he's at, the field hospitals and stuff, and you know, saying, what do you call it, the last rites and stuff like that to blokes that are passing, and some of the towns were being shelled, and the house that he was in at one time was shelled, and he was blown back, and his meal went everywhere, and near the salient. So we're talking in areas of north, east France, Belgium, places like that. What's all this scaffolding doing here? That's all. Something just come up. Yeah, it's interesting stuff, you know. This bloke, he's sometimes he'll be out there with the chaps, and sleeping just outside in the rough, you know, and the troops really respected him because he was often out there with them, you know, and yeah, some of the things he talks about, and a lot of it's pretty graphic stuff, but yes, well, they can handle that, then I can handle the shit that I haven't fucking deal with. Well, Dumbo, Buster Moon. Oh, that's that barbecue joint. I think it closes at 10, actually. Oh God, I've got like 2 hours to go. It's gonna be, yeah, it'll be midnight-ish, way over midnight by the time I finish this. But that's alright. Just keep soldiering on, eh? Alright, you try to be good, and I'll just continue to soldier on. That's what I'll do. I'll make an executive decision. I was planning on taking the Earl of Bug Out bag. The Earl of Bug Out bag. Poor boy's gone potty. Up to this really cool shrine, sort of over way that way, and get up that staircase in the dark. But what I'm going to do, because I've got to go somewhere in the morning on the morrow, and then the warehouse in the afternoon, I had better get back at a reasonable hour, and therefore I'll do the circuit that way, get around that hill bit there and all the way around there, and that's got that spot where I can follow the yellow brick road lines. This doesn't have the lines, so it's a whole lot easier to walk on this though than it was back there. But yeah, I was planning on leaving a whole lot earlier, and it ended up being like a 4.5 hour walk. But this is going to be about a 3.5 hour. Alright, keep soldiering on. Hey, you gotta get freaking strong, mate. We might need some Rocky music. Dun, dun. Oh no one comes here to hear that shit. Don't get that every day. Walking by, and there's this young guy over there. There's 3 young girls there. There must be about 19 or something. Young guy over there, he's got his head in his hands and like about 100 metres beyond them, and they're sort of looking over, so obviously they know him, and he's in tears. I could hear someone in tears for quite some time. I was over there, and there's a park over there, getting some water into me and nature toilet, and I could hear this fucking noise. I'm like, what is that? Oh, there's that big flashy thing again. Yeah, something I remember from something Exy said years ago. I was having a bit of a complaint. If you got time to cry, I mean the Japanese have probably got all kinds of manner, and the Chinese with their Confucius bloody whatevers, and all got all manners of sayings. And if you got time to cry, you've got time to do something. Yeah, she was pretty hard as nails, to be honest. Yeah, can't control me though. But anyways, tried. Anyways, yeah, that poor young guy back there, he's having a bit of a grizzle. Who knows what happened, you know? I just sort of glanced over. Not going to intrude on his existence, but yeah, you certainly don't. You know, when you're being that young, I don't know. He seemed like he must have been about, maybe he was a bit younger, 17, 18 or something. But yeah, you know, you don't want to be feeling like that at that age. Shit, I felt like shit at the age of 22. Fuck, there was a time there when shit was real bad. Fuck, I felt bad. Lasted for about 6 months. Yeah, God. I think, fuck, I went and got a backpack, chucked in that shit job I had, gave away all my stuff, or sold it, gave away and sold all my shit, had $124, and then just left. Threw a dart at a map and then left. I was on the road for living out of a backpack for 6.5 years. Now look, I've still got a frickin' backpack. Yeah, there you go. And now look at me, eh? Washed up piece of shit. Hey, a battered and smashed man. Yeah. Men like Max. Battered and smashed. The real warrior Max. Oh. Alright, I'm going to get back to this book again. God, it's interesting stuff. I'm talking about when they're the soldiers are on the line, and in the night time they go out and repair stuff like their barbed wire and all that sort of stuff out in no man's land. And I'm talking about he was having this religious gathering, and prior to those chaps going out into the no man's land, and real solemn occasion kind of thing. And they were talking about something similar to what I read in another tale of extraordinaire, whereby there was teams of people that would be, and everyone was on the lookout for spies, and they had this sort of paranoia of spy fever. For instance, in this case, of this novel here, which is a vast book, that's for sure. It's a vast compilation. I'm about 150 pages in, and it just seems like it's got a whole lot more to go. It's not that easy when you're walking along and see, I don't have that thingy path thingy. I'll find it's up there further. anyways, it was in this case, they were talking about the Canadian and the English batteries, the artillery, they were getting shelled really heavily. They took a battering, and they believed that there were spies in the town, and sometimes the Germans, they would catch Germans wearing British uniforms that come across the lines in the night time, and pose as British soldiers, and they meet people and stay with people in the British and the Allied lines, and they were saying things like depending on the orientation of, say, a windmill, this is talking in Belgium and up around those areas, and the orientation of a windmill, the windmill, what do you call them, sails, or whatever you call those dealy wheelies, and the direction of them when they leave them and they rope them down, is the idea is that to guide where the entrenched forces are, or where the artillery are, where so the Germans will attack that region, and things like farmers in the fields would utilise a different colour horse on the plough to indicate certain messages and things like that, codes and things. And there was one that reminds me of when I was reading this other excellent descriptive tale of this horrific time, where this woman was caught, because every now and again, and they eventually clocked onto it, and they studied her moves, and she would put out different coloured laundry for certain things as a code to indicate when masses of troops would come in and things like that. So just interesting times, man. Yeah, it's a fascinating tale, this stuff, and there's millions were involved, so there's millions of stories, you know. You could spend a lifetime reading about this stuff. Yeah, it's great. It's free. Project Gutenberg. And just download these things. After 25 years, they get into the public domain. So you download these things for free, and these ebooks, and fantastic. Oh, I found my yellow brick road. Follow the yellow brick road. Keep this in the peripheral, and it goes for miles. So I'm going to go all the way out there, and then all the way skirt round that, follow that big flashy thing up there, and back to the ranch. Probably get there about, I don't know, 2 in the morning or some bullshit. That'll be good enough. Right, let's get back to this book, shall we? Yeah. There's quite the interesting thought. Waltzing along nigh on midnight. You kind of, when you go from this to like our idiot people countries, you sort of lose all kind of spatial awareness of the dangers in our lands. You know, some dickheads will want to mug you and stuff, and I've been mugged in Australia. Yeah, been attacked a few times by, anyways, sometimes I had to defend myself too, didn't I? Hey, I was on the road for a long time, and I was a hitchhiker for quite a while. In that time, anyways, yeah, in this place you can sort of see it with when the Japanese tourists are touring Australia and Japan, Australia and New Zealand, and you can see sort of, if they are in sort of slightly confronted, they sort of shoot themselves. Oh shit, because it's in such a way that it's just like never sort of, that they're never accosted, you know, in such a way. And so if they are accosted in any situation, so hey, that's a bad person, you know, immediate initial reaction, you know. But yeah, in this place, man, it's like you can go anywhere, walk anywhere. How's that video I put up? What was the title? The most dangerous hood in Japan. They got like 1,000 views. Just having a waltz during the daytime. And now it's the night time. It don't matter who you are. 2 o'clock in the morning, 2 o'clock in the afternoon. Don't matter. But it's a different story. Like, at least for me, in Australia, you know, waltzing through fucking King's Cross or some shit, you know, some dickhead people. Oh, excuse me, do you know where the methadone clinic is? Fuck me, look at these fucking zombies. You know, look at all these dickheads. Yeah, it's a bizarro world, you know, a totally different thing. This is as far as I understand it to be now, that Sweden's not exactly, I'll go into that. Yeah, Japan, it's the safest country in the world. This is the way a society should be. You should be able to just, whoever you are, feel like some exercise or whatever, whoever you are, waltz down the road. Look at this, I'm in my mini skirt. Mini skirt. Peeked up my feet a bit. You're just going for a bit of a waltz, no matter what freaking time it is, you know. And now I'm not Captain Naive, man. It's not perfect, but it's in that regard at least. But it's pretty close, you know what I mean? Pretty goddamn close to 100% on the safety factor. That's what a lot of idiot people countries should strive for, to have a society like that. No matter who you are. So they say back in the time of Genghis Khan and Kublai Khan, and there's a story of a young virginal girl could be waltzing along. Is that a cat? Is that a dog, or is it some? That's a tanuki, isn't it? It looks like a badger. Yeah, is this a tanuki or is it some kind of badger? He doesn't even realise I'm here. This certainly looks to be like someone's pet. As far as I understand it, tanuki a little bit different. Hey, how's it going, mate? Hello. I have no real understanding of what you are, mate. Take it easy. He's happy. Is that a tanuki? It's strange looking dog. That's that. There's a woman coming towards me, and here's me looking at that bloody weird looking bloody thing of what that was. Hey, it's like, who's this guy in with this thing? Anyways, where was I? Right, a young virginal girl could walk 1,000 miles throughout Mongolia and not be accosted, not be harmed, not be ill-treated, and that was the boys in blue shop. God, way too many of them than you really need, to be honest. So, and that was the concept. You know, if those that break were to break such cultural rules, you know, under pain of torture and death, and it was just simply the known. Me being the great historian, you know, I might have gotten that story a bit all around the loopy loop, but that's as far as I understand the story to be. Having a society like that, fair enough. You kind of have a few too many drinky poos and spill on the road, and you know, bloody fall over or whatever. You know, you don't want to get your head lopped off. Just a modern day car, you know. No one really wants to live under total oppression, subjugation. It's kind of like that, you know. But alas, those times Oh God, is that a hospital? You know, back in those days, the concept was that anyone could walk, traverse the country, and be safe. You know, and wouldn't that be wonderful? A sort of a concept that humanity could have, could strive for. You know, look at all these idiot people countries, you know, and places that I'm not going to go there. No thanks. God, some of the freaking shit I've seen. Like, I can tell you some freaking websites. We're talking dark web shit. By God, I've seen some shit. And I just like my picture of a world map. Alright, this is my picture of a world map. That country there, that country there, that country there, that country there. Just, it's like getting some scissors and snipping them out, and that doesn't even exist. Like, there's a lot of countries out there I just boycott. You know, they don't exist. And that's for good reason, because some of the horror show shit that I have seen, by God. Yeah, God is dead kind of stuff, or God's an asshole. By God, that sort of stuff that I saw, that's the kind of thing once seen can't be unseen. And that's the kind of world there. No thanks, this is the way it should be. You know, you can just waltz along and you're alright. Is that a Fiat? Yeah, that's a Fiat, look at that. Well, the Frenchies maybe we should invade the French and just go to war with them. I mean, they make cars like that. Are you kidding me? I mean, they do things differently. The Frenchies. You know, they do things differently, it's true. Okay, they've got the Louvre and some mini Mona Lisa or whatever. That sounds pretty cool. The Arc de Triomphe, Gepu. Hey, they're looking like that. The Arc de Triomphe, okay, sounds pretty cool. But I mean, who the fuck would want to drive that thing? Hey, I mean, talk about low testosterone levels. Yeah, that's convenient. Mega Don Quixote, still open. They're open to about 3 in the morning or something. Hang on. It's open till 1. Okay, so we've still got a few minis. Alright, because I'm busting for a slush. What the hell was that thing back there? It looked like a badger. I only know freaking kangaroos and wallabies and koalas and shit, and abundances of snakes. Taipans and eastern browns and red belly black snakes and tiger snakes and shit, mate. I've seen freaking loads on death adders and all kinds of shit. Like, really. What the hell was that bloody thing? It's sort of like a tanuki thing, but a badger. What do you call it? A honey badger or some bloody thing? A mini bear? I don't know what the fuck that thing was. Anyway, some people would run to the hills. Me, I'm Aussie, mate. And go all Steve Irwin. I know, isn't he cute? And then he bites your freaking finger off and then you die. Yeah. He was a freaking hero, wasn't he? Oh, I like that bloke. No, I'm really not a sarcastic, yeah, good on you, mate, you hero. No, really, I liked him. He was awesome. Sadly, he didn't get to live out his days, eh? Oh, they say his son looks just like him. Yes, that's what my mother said. Ah, big flashy thing still there. Whew. Well, it's all downhill from here. That's right. Well, yes. I'm pretty sleepy now. Right, okay, we'll get back to the ranch and get to the land of sheepies. Sheepy sheeps and sleepy sleeps. That's the plan. Am I ever gonna grow up? No, don't want to.